Hey, I'm here with the Skinny Limbs down by the river, talking to them. We're having a grand old time. How's it going today, fellas?
Oh, pretty good,
good.
you know?
Fantastic. So who are you and what do you play?
I'm Connor, I play the guitar.
I'm Jake, I play drums.
I'm Nate, I play bass and guitar.
I'm Max. I do lead vocals and bass and guitar, switching on and off.
I'm Gavin, I play keys.
Cool boy Gavin over there.
Fantastic. How did this project kind of come about?
That's a great question.
That is a great question. Yeah. Jake and I started writing in May 2017, I think. Writing a lot of songs, just kind of based on what we were feeling that spring. And we want to just get a few tunes out there into the world.
Yeah.
Just see how
We
it
just
went.
kind of started writing, just for fun, and we're like, oh, well, this is working really well. This process seems to be pretty, we kind of fill in each other's where we're lacking, kind of like.
Cover each other's
Yeah.
strengths.
Yes, exactly. So I think we noticed that went really well, and we're like, all right, let's just kind of try to do some, and everyone else kind of.
And then we got just
Came
all
alongside.
pulled in. Yeah, we're just riding their coattails to success.
About the name Skinny Limbs, is it because you guys are relatively skinny and you have limbs, or how did the name sort of come about there?
I don't know, because that way described it's like, well, there's a lot of people that fall into that
Yeah, that's an
category.
interesting
But
word.
no, the Skinny Limbs was just a 3-word combination. That I was like, I think that'll. I was thinking to myself, that'll stick in people's heads.
But I always-
that'll be catchy, yeah.
I always take credit for the portion.
That's true. Nate
Because
did.
I
There
am
you go.
I am responsible for
People
the
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like that format, the something.
Basically, if
Yeah.
you fit that criteria of having skinny legs and having limbs, then you're in the band, basically.
That's all it took.
That's what they. That's the criteria.
So how did each of you kind of start playing music?
I started playing piano like probably 10 years ago or something like that. And then that kind of just organically transitioned into other instruments for me. I started playing electric guitar because I wanted to emulate the Beatles. And it was all downhill from there, really.
For me, it was our mom had us take piano lessons when we were 2nd grade to 8th grade, which that was a really good introduction into music. It wasn't the most fun thing, but that's what kind of got me into it. And when I started learning bass guitar in 9th grade, that's what really, I knew I could play all the stuff that I wanted to play. Started learning some Rush songs, and then just kind of picked up drums, taught myself, and so that went all right, I think.
Fly by night.
Yes.
Alright.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of goes for
Us
Jake,
three, yeah.
myself, and Max, because all of us, our parents made us take piano lessons. So it's kind of, all of us followed this path of like discipline and them making us go to piano lessons even though we didn't want to, and making us practice. And then that eventually slowly blossomed into us actually enjoying things, and then kind of veering off into like finding music that we liked and instruments that we liked. So we've all just kind of explored from there.
So the key player is the only one that wasn't forced to take piano lessons.
Well, we don't know. Yeah.
Oh,
were you?
okay, good,
Okay,
good.
wow.
So-
Wonderful.
Fifth grade.
Oh yeah.
I never realized
So
that.
Brian and Kenoth parents were just on it.
On
Yeah.
the game for sure.
Take your piano lessons, you. Yeah. I think Nate and Jake pretty much described my music upbringing as well, because we all kind of, like they said, did the same thing.
Oh, thanks for the confirmation.
And I'm actually his brother, by the way. I don't know if you.
Two sets of brothers on
Connor
the
and
sides
Gavin
here.
are brothers, yes.
So
All
I
right.
also took the lessons with him.
Oh, it's a family band.
Yep.
All right, influences. How do you kind of draw from your sound? Is it more of an individual influence, or do you kind of have like a group influence that you kind of play for?
Yeah, I think we have two sets of, we have some older influences, some older music from like 60s and 70s. Obviously take a little bit from the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Police as a slightly newer influence.
Okay.
Do we have any?
I think it's kind of a conglomerate of different elements. Like you said, a lot of older influences, but also we have a lot of contemporary artists that we're all digging.
Mhm.
And so we try to blend in little aspects of their styles where we can.
Yeah, I would say too, just like as far as style development, is Jake and Max do cover our all the writing, so a lot of it is like them creating something and having a certain sound, and I just walk by and hear it. And when before we were ever a band and they just started playing stuff, I was like, man, that actually they're starting to write stuff that caught my ear, and I was like, man, that's a really unique sound, and I really like that, and I actually want to play it. And then I think kind of like that's all of us were like, hey, we all like that direction that you're going, and we'll jump on and like, yeah, I guess so.
Awesome. So albums out. You guys got any releases out? EPs? Anything you've done since you started the Skinny Limbs project?
Yes, in 2017 we released 2 singles, Bad Timing Boy and Hermes. And then last summer we released Sunshine Salute, which is our 3-song EP.
A year ago yesterday. we released
Yeah,
that.
actually. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Almost directly a year ago. And then this past fall we released 2 more singles, Colorway and Put You First. And we're planning on releasing an EP August 30, yeah, last week of summer.
6-song
there,
EP.
so.
We're in the works of recording it right now. We're wrapping it up now, so we're pretty excited. Then we have the long wait before we can actually play any of it, but we're
man.
Gotta keep that
rehearsing it right
suspense,
now.
yo.
Yeah,
Keep the
yep.
suspense.
Trudging along.
You guys said it's home recording, and then you record over at Third Coast.
Yep, we recorded drums. Jake did all the drums and percussion at Third Coast, and then we just import those files and record the rest at home. So
Well, to clarify, our previous EP we recorded all of it. Sunshine Salute was recorded fully at Third Coast,
Okay.
and then this upcoming EP, just drums were tracked there, and then the rest we recorded
Kind of worked out a nice
independently.
process with the 2 singles we did most recently. That kind of we thought it fit best with how we creatively work, and
Oh yeah.
Third Coast is awesome, and then my buddy Lee Albrecht mixes everything for us too. So it's a nice. We have other hands on it, but it's kind of like it's within our control. So
Get to kind of create your own project in your own space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in our own
exactly.
timing too. I
Yeah.
think that's a big part of it. Is just
That
being
is
in the
huge.
studio, you have the pressure of like, we're paying for every hour that we're here.
Yeah.
Right.
And you kind of
which is good pressure, but it's also it can serve as
Yeah.
an issue too.
We're all fairly. None of us are super like type A, like really time budgeted. You know, so like we kind of
Surprisingly,
like being able to
group
just
of
relax
musicians
and
is
like
type
play.
B, our type B
Yeah, yeah.
personalities.
So
It's
we
a
like to
headline right there.
go on our own timing and kind of take things as we plan them out.
Yes, indeed.
So I got to know here, boys. Slip and slide or shoots and ladders? Which one are you gonna do? You know, it's hot out. You're gonna stay inside, play a game of shoots and ladders, or are you going breaking out the slip and slide and having a grand old time?
Slip and slide.
Yeah, slip and slide by a
Jeez. Shoots and
landslide.
ladders,
I'm
like,
gonna-
alright, do I have to play with like my little nephew or something? 'Cause then
No,
maybe-
no. You can play with whoever, and you know, it's your own game, really.
That's a nice winter by the fireplace kind of
Okay.
thing, I think.
Yeah,
So
if it's sunny,
there's
we're
a time and
we're
a place
sliding.
for it, I think, for sure. But maybe
Anybody else ringing in
well,
here?
Hey, we might have an outside.
Is it possible to do both at the same time?
Ooh.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
here's the catch with that one. You have to slip and slide while like taking your turn. You can't get the board wet. Otherwise, it's
That's-
game over.
Hold
Forget
it
it.
up above you.
Wow.
Just stick
I'm
to the slip
I'm
and
being too ambitious. I'm sorry.
yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Shame
so
on
I'll
you,
slip and
Carter.
slide here.
Wow, again.
Anything?
All slip and slide, yeah.
Yep. Slip and slide.
Unanimous slip and
Especially
slide.
today, man. It's getting a little warm, so
Yeah.
that really
And
prompts us.
I feel like this is increasing our band unity. Now that we know we're all slip and slide
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
We'll have to
I actually
Yeah.
think I might go slip and slide when I get home. I think you've inspired me to do that. So.
Well, fantastic. It's always a goal here. So, what's some of your favorite venues and bands you play with around in Grand Rapids?
Pyramid Scheme we've had a lot of fun at, and we always enjoy it. It's a good size for us, and like
Yeah.
we just
Sound is
it's
great.
smooth. Yeah, really good sound.
Pinball.
Usually pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, we got
turnout. Very
pinball.
central location.
Yeah, and then
Certainly.
as far as like bands that we like to play with, we don't have. It's kind of like changes as just like with each season. It seems like we'll kind of start like play with a little bit. Recently, we've been playing with Visc Mono and loving that. Those guys are great. We've played some with Anti-Ghost in the past, not as much recently.
Yeah, we played a
Although,
show.
Sean,
We
if
played
you're
Laker
listening.
Palooza in late April with Brother Elsie, which is like a newer. I don't know if they're.
Grand Valley.
Yeah, they're from.
They're from the
Are they
east
from
side.
Detroit?
They're from the east side, but they moved over here
Yeah.
recently. They're
We're hooked on
they're
their stuff.
amazing.
They're super
so,
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
go check them out, Brother Elsie and Visc Mono too, and Anti-Ghost. All really good bands.
We played a handful of shows with Hope Wadley, our friend Hope,
Yeah.
last year, and she's actually out in California now pursuing her career. But she's a killer artist and definitely doing a lot of great things for herself.
Yeah.
Hope's great.
Fantastic. So, best show versus worst show. A show where you feel like, man, I killed it, and a show where you're like, man, I killed it. It's dead.
Oh
No
man.
show for me. But
Yeah. Go for it.
I was gonna say the first show that I played at the Corner Record Store because they played one before that. but I wasn't actually playing. But anyways, I messed up this bridge portion of Forget Me Not.
It's like Gavin's shining
just-
moment.
yeah.
It's his shining moment in the song where like
It's just me.
It's a
Yeah.
little solo.
And I
yeah.
messed it up, but
That's okay though.
overall,
Every
it's-
time since
You get chants though. You get your name chanted though at shows. And
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
yeah,
love
yeah.
it. I know you love
He's
that.
a fan club out there somewhere.
That's a tough
Gavin
one too
fan club.
because. Oh, sorry to cut you off, man.
Oh no.
I feel like it is a tough question because all the shows we've played we try to like, we have a fun time, but like there's shows we definitely have messed up and we're like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, that
And
one.
we tend to notice, like, as with any band and anybody who's like performed anything, you're gonna be most self-critical. So every show we're like, man, especially each of us personally is like, oh, I messed up this part, but no one else is noticing it because we're, for the most part, like focused on our stuff, and it's not anything huge. But I don't know. Have we had anything where we've like bombed it and walked away and we're like, why did we?
No.
Oh well, one time we did show up and we got the cops shutting us down.
Oh,
we played a house
boy.
show.
3 times.
So
Yeah.
and we
They
got
can't-
shut down 3 times, and we ended up having to just play our whole set acoustically, even though we weren't prepared.
And we didn't.
Which was
yeah.
still really cool and it was a great show, but I guess that was kind of an outlier of like didn't
That
go as
definitely-
planned.
It was like
yeah.
7. It was like 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, and some old person, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're gonna assume they're old. That's
Don't be
ageist,
don't be
dude.
negging on the old people.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's true.
We just lost
I'm s-
all of
yeah,
our fans over the
that
age of
just-
65.
That just
Yeah.
woke
Yeah,
up
thanks a lot,
some ancient anger in me, hearing about that again. That event, I
I
forgot.
feel like
but-
probably our favorite shows though have been at the Pyramid Scheme. That's like
Pyramid Scheme.
that's where we're playing our EP release. That's just such a perfect venue for us. It's nice to fill it. We can fill it out decently, and the sound is amazing too. That always helps for me too.
Heck yeah. All right, so presidential fist fight. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. They're duking it. All right, so they can't have any weapons. Everybody always asks, can they have a knife, a sword? No. I will tell you, Washington has wooden teeth. And go.
who'd win?
Yeah.
You go.
Oh, Abe Lincoln by far.
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln
Oh.
won.
Yeah, just the height on that guy, and he's pretty stocky, and he just seems like he would win.
Yeah, I'm in disagreement with that. I just was listening to a podcast where they were talking about George Washington, how he had dysentery and they were fighting, and there were men dying and freezing to death when they were fighting the Revolutionary War. Like he had
So he's
dysentery
hardy.
while he was fighting, and they were ambushing camps. Like
So he's got hardiness in his.
yeah, I mean yeah, in the freezing winter, and yeah, I don't want to go into depth on that, but George Washington.
Yeah.
All right, one Abe, one Washington. How you sitting here?
Well, you know, the toughness that Washington apparently had is only going to go so far because Lincoln was a wrestler. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard that, but he did wrestle. I don't know if that was like a.
Whoa.
He's a wrestler. I don't know if he just wrestled his brothers, but I'm gonna say Lincoln for sure.
Wouldn't he get scared of of George Washington's dysentery? Though?
He's gonna get him on the ground and he's just gonna keep him
He's a
there
leaky
and
guy.
pound him.
Where's the leaky guy?
Oh, he's just gonna
Sorry.
squeeze. He's gonna get
Oh my god.
like
I don't know.
his
I don't think Abe would
dysentery
wanna touch
juices
him,
all over him.
honestly.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well,
Win by default.
barring as long as the dysentery juices aren't released, and
Oh my god.
then I think Lincoln's got it.
All right, that's 2 Lincoln, 1 Washington. How you sitting here?
I'm gonna say. I mean, I think some great points have been made for Lincoln, and I was gonna say him anyways. But if you can rock a top hat and a chin strap beard like that, I mean, get
What
out
can't
of
he
here.
do?
You're winning. So that's my vote. So Lincoln.
It's kind of a no-brainer for me. I think Honest Abe would win any day. I mean, that
You
guy.
know-
If you had like Washington and Abe on like the same playing field, I think he's just got so much more stamina based on what he like had to go through in his
Stature.
presidency.
You know,
Height?
after hearing Connor's answer though, I kind of want to swap and say because he's honest, Abe.
Oof.
I think he's going down.
He's too
Because
honest.
we all know that Washington
Oh,
chopped
man.
down that cherry tree when he was a kid and then
Oh.
lied about it. So
The
he's
bad
dirty
guy
liar.
always wins. Yeah.
He's gonna
Fights
bite.
dirty.
He's gonna he's gonna bite. He's gonna pinch. He's gonna throw dirt in the eyes.
There
I think
again,
I think
fighting with
Washington.
the wooden teeth. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gnashing and gnawing with those teeth.
That being said, that's still that's 3-on-2 there. I think Lincoln's gonna take the win. So
All right.
there you have it. Any upcoming shows in the area within the next couple of months here?
Yeah, we're playing in Port Huron, June 21st. I think it's at some sort of Irish tavern. I wish I knew the venue name.
O'Malley's.
O'Malley's.
Is it?
No.
Chances are it's O something.
It will post
Um,
about it on our Instagram too,
Yeah.
and then
Also, we have July 5 at the Pyramid Scheme. We're playing with Pretoria, who I think
Yep.
has been on this show or is going to be. Back to Pretoria.
Yeah,
So-
they're gonna be the last 8 years, so that'll
Okay.
be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're
they're
playing
having
with
a
them.
release show, right? Is it or this is just a regular show?
Their headline.
their show that we're playing out because we're opening for them. Yeah, July 5. I'm not sure. And then our EP release show will be September 6th at the Pyramid Scheme as well.
Lake Michigan
so-
Surf Fest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
Surf Festival in
Great,
Muskegon.
Surf
Great Lake
Fest.
Surf Festival, August 17th, which is on
All right.
Saturday in Pyramid Beach in Muskegon. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right, and where can we kind of find your music and then updates on shows and all that?
We're most active on our Instagram page, which is just the Skinny Limbs, but also for like an all-in-one landing page that has our like merch and music and dates and stuff. Our website is just www.theskinnylimbs.com.
Simple enough.
Yep.
All right, if you guys just want to stand up here on this bench for me.
Yes.
All right, and yeah, we'll just jump right off it here.
Oh.
Do we clap or
Okay.
tick our
3,
heels
2,
together
1,
or anything?
countdown.
3, 2, 1.
All right, cool, we're done.
All right, great.